Shalom, this is Malchut Torah Thursday with Rachel and Jojo, and we are so happy, we are so elated. Why? It is the new month, Rosh Chodesh Shevat, a brand new month, new beginnings, and what will Hashem do in this month? Oh, the sky's the limit as to what he will do, and we wait in anticipation. Now, it is the second Torah portion in the book of Shemot this week. That is what we read, entitled Parashat Vaera. Parashat Vaera. But before we get into Parashat Vaera, let's do the blessing before Torah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, King of the universe, who has chosen us from among all the nations and given us the Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai, provider of the Torah. Now, friends, Parashat Vaera, well, Vaera means and Hashem and God appeared. It goes from Shemot or Exodus 6:2 to 9:35. And then the portion from the prophets, the Haftorah, goes from Ezekiel 28:25 to 29:21. In Parashat Vaera, we see Elohim speaking to Moshe about how he appeared to Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov as El Shaddai and established covenants with them. He sees and he will reveal himself as Yud-He with Vav-He, Hashem, to the Israelites as he delivers them from Mitzrayim, Egypt. The genealogy of Reuben, Shimeon, Levi, and their descendants are listed. Moshe and Aaron perform a miracle with a snake and tells Pharaoh of God's message to let the Israelites leave Egypt so that they are able to worship him in the wilderness. The portion goes on to list the first 7 plagues as God hardens Pharaoh's heart and Pharaoh renegates on his promise to let the Israelites go as Moshe strikes the Nile and it turns to blood and again strikes it and frogs come from it. The portion from the prophets, the Haftorah, Ezekiel 28:25 to 29:21 speaks about Egypt's downfall. That's right, Mitzrayim's downfall. And the Nile is mentioned as well as the prophesied punishment of the Pharaoh is all mentioned, with Hashem saying that the Nile is his, he made it, and everything that relates to the Nile is his. A point I want to leave with you comes from the word Vaera. And Vaera is mentioned in Shemot, Exodus 6:3, and it's found at the beginning of the verse. And Vaera comes from the root word Ra'ah, which means to appear. It means to see, it means to distinguish, it means to perceive, it means to see something or someone's depth, like a more profound revelation. Well, we see how God appeared to Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov as El Shaddai. Stories Moshe would have been told as a child into adulthood would have been based on these appearances. Now we see where Hashem is appearing, revealing himself as Yud-He with Vav-He, Hashem, God of covenant, God of covenant to Moshe, and he will do so to the Israelites as well. To Paro, the Pharaoh, and the Egyptians, this epitome of a God, a supernal God who delivers his people. Yes, he will reveal himself as the God, the epitome of a God, a supernal God who delivers his people. How has God revealed himself to you? Jojo, what insights have you found in this week's Parashat Vaera?
Thank you, Raquel. I was looking at the word Ra'a, more specifically the letters. And the Resh speaks to the spiritual DNA we are meant to explore. The Aleph speaks to God Himself, the Sovereign One. And the He speaks to divine revelation. I also realize that the word Ra'a not only means to see, but it means access as well as to give attention to. So when Yud He with Vave appeared to Moshe, he was giving Moshe access to his kingdom. He was giving Moshe access to release his supernatural power in the midst of the Egyptians. Also, when we permutate the letters that makes up the word Ra'a, we also get a word that means to be strong or powerful, and that word is Ara, to be strong or to be strong and powerful. So when I think about, Moses' experience from the day he was given his assignment until, the last plague, I realized that God appeared to Moshe or Moses. Why? To make him strong, of course, and so that Moses could access his supernatural power, that's God's supernatural power, while being in Egypt. Now, the very fact that God appeared to Moshe is significant because when God appears, when Yud-He with Vave, the covenant keeping God appears, it means that attention needs to be given to what He is revealing. And I'm grateful that Moshe understood the assignment. He understood what God was giving him access to, and he expressed the very thoughts of God or the revelation that he received from God. Now, I want to ask us some questions. Has God appeared to you? What did you receive, or what have you received? What are you to give attention to? What have you accessed?